Now look, today we're diving into a story that's been shaking up the streets and the hip hop community. OTF Boona, who is a close affiliate to Chicago rapper Lil Durk. He has been arrested in Georgia for what prosecutors are calling one of the most brutal crimes in recent memory. Now, if you follow OTF over the years, you know their name been tied to loyalty, street ties, and unfortunately, a lot of controversy. But this latest case involving Boona takes things to a whole new level. Look, y'all sit back and relax and stay until the end of this episode because we about to dive right in. Welcome back to another episode of Eyes Low, Belly Full. As y'all know, this marks episode 126. So first, let's break down who Boona is. He's been known as Lil Durk's right-hand man, often referred to as his muscle. And he appeared on OTF tracks and in interviews. People close to the crew describe him as fiercely loyal, somebody who will ride for the team no matter what. Now, this ain't the first time Boona's name done been in the headlines. Back in 2021, he was tied to a shooting at Atlanta's Cumberland Mall, where 4 people were injured, including a child. And authorities linked him to that case after he dropped his phone at the scene. So that situation already had him on parole. And that's important because it sets the stage for how serious his situation is right now. So what exactly happened in Georgia? Well, according to police reports, on July 23rd, 2025, a man named Oscar Cruz was allegedly kidnapped from his home in Lawrenceville. And the details are disturbing. Investigators say this man was tied up, assaulted, and later found outside of a church in Snellville around 6 a.m. I mean, reports are describing excessive violence. The type of case that immediately caught headlines nationwide. And less than 2 weeks later, on August 2nd, Gwinnett County officers arrested OTF Boona and charged him with unaliving, kidnapping, home invasion, and also aggravated assault. And I don't understand why this news just now getting out. Since August 2nd, he been arrested. But it's just now hitting headlines and people just now talking about it. That's crazy.
You know what kind of demon you have to be to kill somebody at a church and not only kill them, but shoot them 17 times in front of Jesus. OTF Boona was just arrested for armed robbery, home invasion, aggravated assault, and kidnapping in the 28-year-old Oscar Cruz from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Now this is an exclusive, y'all. They have not released this to the public, but I'm about to tell y'all the whole story and how it went. So Oscar had them peas, y'all. He had that work and everybody knew it, but he made a deadly mistake by connecting with Boona. A year after Lil Durk was arrested, the rest of OTF was looking for any way to come up possible, and I hate this was Boona's way. So he linked with Oscar around 1:30 in the morning at his home, and why he chose his home, I don't know. But soon as he opened the door, Boona hopped out with a weapon, tied him up, duct taped his hands, and told him, where to work, where the money. Oscar, not fearful for his life enough, played games with Boona and was like, I ain't got nothing, you ain't gonna find nothing, I ain't got nothing, right? So Boona searched the whole damn house looking for everything, and he found everything. After becoming enraged and felt like Oscar was playing with him, he took him to a church, y'all, and shot him 17 times in the face, stomach, head, just all over the upper body. And I feel so bad for Oscar family because when they first reported this, they lied and said he was only shot one time, knowing the horrific details of the situation. Yeah, there's no way around this because the Lawrenceville police didn't have a lead, so they obviously picked all this up off DNA because that's how he got arrested. They pulled his fingerprints and they was like, this nigga already in the database. So if Lil Durk ain't getting the death penalty, OTF Boona definitely is. I'm sending my prayers and condolences out to that man's family because that is such a horrible way to die. OTF has proven to be the devil's disciple.
Now, OTF isn't just any crew. They're one of the most well-known collectives in hip-hop today. And because of Boona's close connection to Lil Durk, people are already drawing lines between Durk, his camp, and the ongoing violence in the street. And you already know, social media had mixed reactions. Some folks was absolutely horrified by the details of the crime, while others showed support for Boona. You know, it's a lot of free OTF hashtags going around. And this really highlights the complex relationship between fans, loyalty, and accountability in hip hop. I mean, do you separate the music from the street ties, or are they one and the same? And this case also adds another chapter to a bigger conversation. Over the years, we've seen prosecutors and courts use rappers' affiliations, lyrics, and social ties in criminal cases. YSL, Young Thug, Casanova. They're all examples of how hip-hop crews are being targeted legally and publicly. Now for OTF, this just adds more fuel to the fire. Even though Lord Durk is trying to move past legal troubles himself, his name is constantly getting dragged back into the headlines every time one of his affiliates gets arrested. And it's a cycle that doesn't only affect Lord Durk, but the perception of the hip hop industry as a whole. So here's the question. What happens next? I mean, Boona is facing charges that could lock him away for life. Now, the courts will ultimately decide his fate. But one thing is certain. This arrest is a massive blow for OTF and a reminder of how quickly loyalty, reputation, and street life can collide with tragedy. Now, I want to hear what y'all think about this situation. Do you think OTF Boona will beat the case, or are these charges too serious? And more importantly, what does this mean for Lord Durk and the OTF brand moving forward? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And if this video resonated with you, go ahead and hit that like button. Give me a thumbs up and also subscribe and hit that bell notification for more episodes. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.